NERDSoul.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. It is time to talk about Secret Invasion. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, subscribe, hit them links below, and introduce yourselves to these young brothers I'm about to bring before you. Starting with, all right, the captain of industry. All right, when it comes to comics, when it comes to transmedia, when it comes to things that make kids happy and make adults happy when they getting their read on, flipping pages, seeing dope collars and powers and people punching people, and then also people, getting beat up by other people. I give to you, Jason Reeves and 133 Art. What's up?
Hello. Howdy.
Man, and speaking of 133 Art, I'm gonna get to see meet Milton next week.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get to meet Milton Davis for the first time, man. It's gonna be awesome. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'll get to meet him in real life. I've met him digitally. Right. See, you know what I'm saying? Just making connections, you know what I'm saying? Brothers out there doing their thing.
So, irons sharpening irons and jump.
That's what it's all about, yo. You know what I'm saying? So not only do we have Jason Reeves, but we also have one half of the dynamic duo from the South. I give to you, Cooper.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Shout out to everybody who's listening at www.blursh.com. That's www.blerdisish.com. And we will all be at the MicroCon meeting Milton Davis for the first time as well. Get to meet Mike for the second time. I wish Jason, he used to be a stalwart person who'll pop up, but he got too big time. You know how New Orleans people do. He too big time for Baton Rouge, man.
Oh wow. Man. That's
why I'm his proxy, man. He don't speak to you directly. I gotta speak for him if you out here, bro. I'm joking, man. He's the man of the people.
Look how they do you. See, this what Diddy was talking about, right? Shit, you see what I'm saying?
To be honest though, real talk, already quick aside, I'd be like, yeah, man, he originally from New Orleans. Like, he had to go to Los Angeles. He out there balling in California, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like, doing this thing.
Be proud of the homie making a life for himself. And he don't want to come back and see you people. I'm just joking.
I wish I was balling with that $500 plane ticket. I was just down there, actually. I was down there about a month ago. So, I wish that my family trip would have coincided with the con. I could have dipped through, but it didn't work out.
I know it's rough, man. Hey, look, do you see me flying anywhere? No.
I ain't going nowhere.
Nah, man. If I can't drive it, I ain't going.
All right, well, you know what? Let me go on and kick this into gear. I think something else that ain't going nowhere is this story. I'm gonna go on and throw this out. We are on the penultimate episode, right?
Ooh.
And I want to know what is up with the story, man. Like, okay, I think we've talked about this before with Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's that 6 episodes, man. I think a solid 10. I think FX got it with the 10 episodes, man. Like, I think you need 10. Like, cause this 6, we was just chilling. And I mean, it's weird because we have great actors and great scenes with those actors, but the show, it's like, dang, I feel like these actors deserve a better show.
They do.
I don't know if I agree.
All right,
with with the amount of episodes that you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel so BBC shows, they be like 3 episodes.
Yeah, you right on that one.
They punch you in the, but some of them punch you in the face in 3 episodes, and you be like, yo, when's season 2 coming out, or when's season 4 coming out, or whatever. Like,
got you.
You comparing the Shaq Los Angeles Lakers to the Lakers of now, man. It just. I love LeBron, but it ain't the same.
Well, LeBron is saddled with a center that act like
LeBron old, and LeBron old, man.
Man, I mean, I ain't trying to make like that kind of aesthetic comparison. All I'm saying is, with a fire showrunner and a fire writers room, you can make 3 episodes sing.
This is true.
I don't know if these folks have it, but it is possible. What I'm saying is, it is possible.
Anything is possible.
This turn from Pagan, okay. We saw that Pagan wasn't happy, but I don't think we got the character development with him or with his team that would have made what happened in this episode really impactful. You know what I'm saying? Like him speaking up against Gravik for the first time, his team literally trying to pull a coup. Like that should be a huge deal in the Skrull community. But it's just like, oh well, it's the penultimate episode, so make it happen.
Well, go ahead.
Oh well, you know what, Mike, you read my mind. Like I was gonna ease into it, but I'm not gonna lie. The whiplash from everything that happened, from we was just kind of like you say chilling. We had some moments that I liked and I enjoyed, but does it make sense? That just did. I didn't feel it, man. Like it's not hitting, and we needed something in between. To be able to develop that. I'm just like, Pagan was just like, a whipping boy, and all of a sudden people care. Like, what? Like, y'all gonna do a coup? Like, y'all supposed to be trying to inherit the earth. What y'all worry about Pagan? Like, y'all working for a dictator. I'm sorry. That's how this works, man. Like, what?
They made it out like these dudes was like brothers in arms, right? They was all soldiers. At first, they started out under Fury and Talos, and then they got fed up because Fury and Talos is wishy-washy, and they supposed to be like, oh, we the ones that suffer the slings and arrows. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones on the ground. They send us in, and now we taking charge, which is not a bad story to tell. But yeah, I think I agree. That's like I do literally
15, 20 minutes. Like
we got one line from
10
Pagan.
minutes.
We got one line from Pagan, I think, in the first episode, where it says something about like our fearless leader not always being right. And then you could see he was definitely upset about the whole missile plan being used just to root out Giah, when it's like, we all knew Giah was you had to do all this just for Giah. So we saw that he was unhappy, but this is a huge turn from someone just be kind of unhappy to like.
It's just stuff happened off screen.
My thing about, oh Lord, please. My thing about the whole show, like how you started, like where are we going and what is kind of the point of all this? I mean, I guess the point of all this is to bring Fury back into the fold MCU wise, but then I'm not even all that convinced that that's the point of it, right? Because you know how they gonna end up doing Fury anyway, same way they've been doing. So I really don't like all these characters know each other. They kind of they know exactly where each other are. Like there's
or at least how to get in contact with them.
This is a cloak and dagger show without any cloak and barely any dagger. Like it's crazy to me, like how slow and unnecessary it is. Like they're making all these cool speeches about, man, Talos, you used to be something, but now Gravik, I'm the man, and Fury, you are old now, but back in the day, you would do X, Y, and Z. But you don't see any of that, even in the characters at their current ages or current statuses, doing any of that stuff. Every once in a while, Gravik does a group, but and this episode, I will say, this episode gave him a little clout, action wise and like thug wise, but even that, like you said, that's whiplash. Like he ain't even really doing that kind of stuff, and it's so easy for them to touch each other that I don't see why this is such a big conflict. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't they just go? They know what Gravik is. Put on some suits. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself from the radiation and go pop him real quick, or send Talos in, even though he's dead now. It sucks, but still.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I man, Mike, what did I say? I said if they make Talos dead and they just do him like that, I'm gonna kind of go break this down.
It's kind of imaginary stakes almost when it comes to the character interactions. I know the world is at stake and we don't want the super Skrulls, blah, 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 but there's no stakes between them because I don't know. The show is like rooted in this idea that these people were sort of a family, like at least the main characters, and now they're, I don't even know, it doesn't even feel like they're breaking apart because they talk to each other like, hey, you know, like they're not necessarily angry with each other all the time. I mean, even what's his name, the guy we were just talking about, Pagan, is like, you didn't kill Fury when you had him the first time. You didn't kill Fury when you had him the second time. You didn't kill this one. You know, like, what is the point of all this if we not murdering people to get what we want? And
because
that's
he's so busy trying to make sure that Fury is suffering that he gonna mess up his own plan.
He kind of did, and it don't make no sense. Like,
he's so busy. He's so busy trying to gloat in front of Fury that he gonna mess up his whole plan.
But the easiest way to make Fury suffer is to kill his wife, and you know where she at.
Yeah. You know what?
I can't argue with the logic. I just can't. Like, you know.
Yo, I'm gonna go here. Yes, the whole scene with Varra and Giah. Okay. So there's a moment where Giah's with Varra, and she's like, "Well, you know they're coming to kill you. Why are you staying?" And she goes on this thing like, "This is a place that I love." But I literally paused it. I'm watching it by myself. I paused it and I was like, because we're gonna have an action scene here. I was like,
but can I say something about the scene?
I was like, because we need an enclosed space to have an action scene.
And I know nobody's gonna like this, but I enjoyed the line when she told her, like, mind your business. You young, you think you know everything.
Yeah,
like, shut
you
up.
know
I
what?
did like that. I like that.
Yes.
I like how she delivered it.
I like
Emilia Clarke's face.
I do. Here's why I like it.
Even more so,
even more so than the whole "you're young" thing. The whole I didn't mean to be. Yes, you did. You're falling back on that because I called you on it. But if I didn't call you on it, if you would have had me on my heels, you would have never apologized for being offensive.
This show is becoming
I called you on it. Now all of a sudden, I didn't mean to be. Yes, you did.
This show is becoming good love advice more so than about the action. When she said, "Look, you don't know," right. She's like, "You don't know what people do to make it work." Right?
Yeah.
Shut up. I was like, "Yeah, all right."
You appreciate you. Nothing.
It got nothing to do with. I know Jason about to bomb on it, but go ahead.
I'm about to say, I'm about to play devil's advocate and say, how you know how the people do to make it work? You assume other people's identities, and you've been married for like 30 years, except you only seen your husband like twice. So
I mean, I'm just saying, when she seen it,
but you know about it. You don't hang with your husband every day. The whole thing about marriage in general or relationships in general, especially ones as close as marriage, is that you see that person every day. You see them when they getting on your damn nerves. So
you see him after you have a big fight and you come back 10 minutes later and be like, "Baby, you want to watch some TV?"
let me rub your feet.
Home with them after an event. They might have won an award or they might have did something, and then they hotboxing you in the car.
Folks who are listening, we are 3 married black men. We know from experience. I promise you.
So it was funny for her to say that.
So if this dude literally been dead like twice, and he been on a spaceship for 30 years, so how she know how to make a marriage work again? Don't school me. You don't know either.
Well, I mean, he was probably spending, I don't know, nights and weekends. I don't know what they did. They had to be there sometime.
He was FaceTiming.
I saw a little reel or a snippet of another podcast where some of the people on it was like, "Yo, I would be a side wife because this dude is out there saving the universe, and you got to give him some caveats because." And I was like, "Are these people serious right now?"
Look, I'm gonna tell you like
the internet, dog.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna just tell you how the relationships I know is set up.
Y'all don't give Goku no grace, and he's really saving the world. But Fury is out here telling us he saved the world. Fury ain't did nothing in space. They never showed us nothing Fury did in space, and he ain't got no damn enemies in space.
Jason, to be fair, I trashed on Nick and Goku. So
but most people,
you gotta come home to your wife. You gotta come home to your wife.
Most people are like, "Yo, man, leave Nick
alone."
Goku
be home though. Goku be home on his on for real. Like when there ain't no fighting to be done, Goku be home. He be playing in the field. carrots and playing with the
Yep, just doing push-ups.
Planting them radishes.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He out there just doing nothing but push-ups and sit-ups.
Oh man.
But it was nice to get that statement when she was like, "You young,
I still love
you
this,
have
bro. I
no
still love
idea." Because it is sometimes it is these young Thundercats, they be trying
Varra,
to
like,
tell you,
mind your business.
or you know
She
what,
said she
and
wanted to slap him.
I'll say this and I'll jump on it and jump off. All right. Right now, especially since the pandemic, these podcasts about relationships have been all the rage.
Jesus.
All right.
Oh God.
And these podcasts about relationships, I'm completely down with us. I'm completely down with us talking about what we go through and how to be better, in better relationships and all that. But it'd be a whole bunch of single people for the streets. And I'm like, y'all ain't gonna incorporate no married couples, no young married couples.
They don't want to hear it.
Like y'all
they don't want it.
Like, cause if y'all doing this, y'all just talking to a whole bunch of people that don't know nothing. Cause y'all all at the same. Like wouldn't you want to get some tutelage?
I'm gonna say this and keep it PG since we know we on we sharing this content. Because if this is Blurge LLC, you know what I have to say. They don't want to talk to married people. They want to talk about every other label but married people.
Yeah, that's true.
And y'all do y'all research out there. Y'all know what's popping. I mean, we got reality shows about one dude got like 5 wives or something, and one chick got like 3 husbands. Y'all know what's going on out there. They selling this foolishness. Or if that's your lifestyle, cool. I ain't judging you. But y'all need to help these people who are doing the bad representation of you out there, because it is trash. Turn that off.
You can't hit nobody with the you don't know how to make it work if you don't see your people more than twice a century. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
twice a
She's
century.
like, I saw you last century, dog.
I know. Well, with Varra y Giah.
She hit her with that after she went into the whole thing about I picked a house that I thought Fury would like. Was he here? No, he wasn't here when I picked the house.
You're like, well, he wasn't here, but now
I mean,
I do want to give them some props. The back-to-back gunplay, I liked it. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not just going dog Giah. They were, they had the back-to-back gunplay. They was, shooting people and turning around and shooting people in the chest and in the head and stuff. So it was cool. I liked it. It was budget friendly, but I liked it. You know what I mean? I mean, after seeing the most recent John Wick, like, bro, everybody gotta step their gunplay game up.
I was gonna say my first thing about the show was gonna be it's a disservice to my man Sam Jackson and an outright miscalculation and just a travesty to have a Secret Invasion, a spy show out after I just watched a whole run of Mission Impossible. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm not sorry because I don't be caring about these Marvel shows, but I gotta say, man, like y'all did yourselves dirty. Y'all did like James Brown said, you did it to yourself. Cause Ethan Hunt making Fury and them look bad. But they don't even need Ethan Hunt's help because episode 4, when Talos was sitting on the floor like he just had a beer and he was looking like a straight old man. I thought Skrulls were long-lived, so
yeah,
it made a point to go through it and say he's like 40 in Skrull years or whatever, but he's like 1,000 or something. Something they were saying in the first episode, and I was like, then why is he sitting on the ground like that? Like he was like.
He was sitting like where old dudes got to get up and they got to be like, hey
man, Ben Middleton was stressed.
I get you telling me every episode that Fury is old, and yes, Samuel Jackson, we all know, is like a 70-plus-year-old man, and I get it. But here's the difference between old people in this show that are lazy and old for real, rather than, and I'm not trying to be ageist, because I know a ton of old people, especially the ones that live here, who are super vital. I'm not saying old people are lazy and old in general. I'm saying these characters are written lazy and old as hell for no reason. Because I also just watched Indiana Jones and he 81. And when it's time for Indy to climb a wall or jump over a table, they get a body double. Why this show can't have no body doubles? I don't understand why we can't have a scene of
they got this joint like they whatchamacallit in Cobra Kai. You know what I'm saying?
because Nick is old, he is black, and he is an older black man. They must let you know.
Yo, man, look.
He's washed.
Yo, Sam, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this real quick to Samuel Jackson. I'm gonna say, look, Sam, holla at me. I'm gonna write you properly. All right. Like, there's no reason Sam shouldn't have been in episode 1. The second, like the maybe second or third person that called him old, he would have been like, y'all got one more old. And then we see him turn on and he got that old man strength. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And then you be like, oh, snap. Yo, Sam, you be like, oh, Nick still got it.
Or if you're going to be old, have like the old man moves where, you know, old boy from Taken was chopping you in the throat. You know, if you don't do the hand kung fu.
Particular set of skills.
Well, I mean, we in the age of old man movies, right? Like old man revivals or whatever. I mean, we got Keanu, 58 or whatever years old. Tom Cruise, I don't know what
Rambo.
You know what I'm saying? Rambo, all these dudes. But here's what they take care to do in those movies. When there's a scene where, again, Indiana Jones has to do something physical, y'all know Harrison Ford ain't doing that. But what they do is they get somebody to come in, flip, 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 punch, 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 and then they put Harrison Ford's face on camera, and then, you know, the illusion of the movie magic and all that. So I'm saying, give me a little magic, because what I thought they were going to do, the scene in this last episode where he goes to the mausoleum and he opens the thing up and he puts on the eye patch and puts on the coat. So I thought they were going to do that, albeit I thought they were probably going to do that a little earlier. And
I would have did that like in the second episode.
I would have did
episode 3.
Episode,
right? Or I would have did that after Maria Hill got killed. I would have been like, you know what? That's
it. Right.
Narratively,
narratively, we got to have the first episode and him limping and him saying how old he is, every 5 seconds. Fine. But then when it's time to step your game up and put the eye patch back on, okay, now we need Fury to show that even though he's old, he still got it, like you just said. And I don't understand why they refuse to do it.
They treat him like Chris Paul, man. They treat him like how Chris Paul just got done up this year, man.
But then Talos is not as old as Fury, species-wise, I guess. So why is he so slow?
It's like, come on, man. Like y'all killing me. And then on the flip side, on the flip side, you got Sonya, and she ain't no spring chicken, but she ain't got no problem pulling out the piece, yo.
She don't waste no time.
Sonya, straight go to. She pull out the
Sonya
piece.
Like, look,
she got a knife or a gun on you quick.
She like, Playboy, you a Skrull. Let's not play these games out here. It's going to your head or your leg.
Also,
head or leg.
I don't understand why they don't want to crap or get off the pot with this show. Like that one scene when what was it? Was it last episode when Fury and what's his old lady name? I forget her name. Varra. When Fury and Varra are sitting in the kitchen and they supposed to kill each other, and then they pull the guns and they shoot, but then none of them dies. I guess that was supposed to be powerful, but that felt so just.
I was cool with that though.
What would have made that powerful? Because I did like the fact that I was like, you know what, y'all still in
love each other. That's
how still in love. You know what I'm saying? But
so they might shoot at all then.
But I guess just to see if the other one would do it, I don't know. But after that,
in your beautiful house with all the light in it.
Yeah, that's true. They putting holes. Somebody gonna have to fix the holes in these walls.
That's what I'm saying. What to me would be more powerful if they had said all that poetic whatever they said, and then they was like, "I can't kill you, baby." Listen, I ain't saying that Varra is black at all because she's a Skrull, but they got a black actress playing her, and the connotations of black.
Yeah.
So
this is about as black love as we gonna get in Marvel.
Yes, it's sad. All tragic in and of itself. But okay, throwing out the black love angle, why not be like, Samuel Jackson style moment, like, baby, go back to Jackie Brown when him and Jackie was interacting with each other. They might have had a little spark going on there.
Yeah.
And then the upper hand, he's like, come on, Jackie, you ain't gonna shoot me. That kind of whatever, that kind of stuff. Like, I'm saying, you got Samuel Jackson sitting right here. Let's go. Let's take it all away instead of this corny. I shoot, you shoot. We missed each other because we love each other. Like,
or here's the thing: after they shot, once again, Samuel Jackson holla at me, because after y'all shot and y'all missed and y'all knew, both of y'all still there. Why we can't get an older version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Y'all being like, yo, we gonna take this dude Gravik down. Back to back, hand in hand, killing Skrulls left and right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, bruh, it's like the stuff
slide off to the next scene or something.
Jason, this is why I had you here, because they don't do the easy thing. Marvel be missing layups every day.
Every episode of this show is exactly what I be
wide open layups. Not even like a layup where somebody right behind you. Like, I mean, wide open layup. I pass the ball all the way from the other side of the court.
What you're saying is I'm throw you pass, and Mike, instead of you just put it off the backboard, you trying to put the jelly fam spin on it. And then break it. You trying to you doing every type of oop. Underhand.
Homie trying to do a floater all on his own, bouncing off the rim.
You just swung the ball about 3 times and tried to do 18-foot floater by yourself.
Right.
It's like, you got like, everything. It's like, why are you going? Come on, man. Just take it. Just go in and lay it up.
Yeah, just put the ball in the hole.
That's all you gotta do, man.
Like, this stuff, man, easy. I mean, you got Samuel Jackson sitting right here. He could write his own lines at this point. So, like, just have him be cool Nick Fury and walk through this world getting his swagger back. Or the idea that he's always had his swagger, but y'all thought he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Because it could be like the first John Wick when he's like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back now. You know what I'm saying? He could get on the phone at the end of that first episode, like in a post-credit for that first episode, literally call Gravik, because apparently he got him on speed dial, call Gravik and be like, you thought you was real. You thought I was playing, huh? Well, you know what? I'm back. Then show him put on the eye patch, cut to credits. Boom. Now we know episode 2, we in for some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? We open up episode 2 with him literally torturing the dude, like, where's this at? Where's the bomb at? Blah blah blah. Right. Then you like, oh snap, Nick ain't playing.
I let you live because I loved you, but that's over with. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
I mean, this is why. I mean, I know you say it could be a hot 3 if they were writing. That's why I would at least giving it like 10 episodes. I would even wanted to see this stretched over 2 seasons if they was gonna take it serious. But somebody, I want to give a shout out to somebody. They said something on their podcast. They were just reviewing it. That I know how we done beat down Phase 4 of Marvel, but he gave a nice idea. He said Secret Invasion should have been Phase 4 of Marvel, so they could have built this up and let it build into a TV show and a movie. He said if Armor Wars can be converted to a movie, this should have been built up into that and play with that. And also shout out to what was the show called? The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest. They did a hell of a good adaptation of Secret Invasion. They pretty much pulled the book. They pretty much pulled a book and made it work for a cartoon, 30-minute episode cartoon. But they gave it space to do the things. Now, of course, they had access to superheroes.
Because in Phase 4, it would be the best opportunity for Skrulls because everybody's reeling from the whole snap thing.
That kind of makes them.
So you know what? That actually would have been their best bet.
Secret Invasion Phase 4 would have been great for Phase 4.
Let me tell you how they should have did it. As always, Mike, you're absolutely right.
So shout out to Jeffrey K. Lyles.
They should have. Phase 4 should have been dealing with post-blip issues. You have Captain America and the Winter Soldier. You have, WandaVision. You have, even worse, Loki.
Oh, come on now, Loki.
I'll say I liked half of Loki.
And we know y'all don't like She-Hulk. We get it. Even before y'all even say y'all hate on it.
I wasn't even gonna mention it.
Okay,
but
cool.
But even that could have factored into it, right? So all of these shows should have had a little piece of the secret invasion going on.
I agree.
You got a million Skrulls running around and they making chaos.
Yeah, there's a million.
The Flag Smashers being funded or helmed by Skrulls and nobody knows because they're trying to get the super soldiers here.
Because that would have made more sense than the Power Broker that nobody cares about the Power Broker.
Yeah, the Power Broker was a waste of time.
That could have been a Skrull taking. They could have been like, okay, I'm the Power Broker,
but
it's
Skrull, which is probably what they're gonna end up doing anyway because nobody liked that. But the intelligentsia, they're trying to get the Hulk's blood. They get She-Hulk's blood. Who is that? Gravik. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about that? All the little
and then build up at least one character so that we can have that same scene like in the comics with Ant-Man where it's like, whoa, hold up. Oh. Well, okay, so he's a Skrull, and how long has he been a Skrull? Like that, we needed that moment.
They have Ross, who they could have built up into that since he's been running around. I mean, you know, Ross is dumb, and he was a Skrull during Wakanda Forever. Okay, great, but they could have did something like that. But okay, you have Rhodey, who's been a Skrull since what? Infinity War, I guess. I don't know.
Nobody knows. They gonna pull something.
They're gonna retcon some mess.
They gonna we don't even know
whatever they need to retcon, which also kind of nullifies some of the cool things that Rhodey's been saying. It also nullifies the conversation in episode 2. But okay, fine. But Rhodey's a Skrull. But what's a cool impetus for Armor Wars? That Rhodey's been a Skrull, and now real Rhodey has to make up for that. Extremis is one of the powers we're stealing, so Armor Wars, right? Like, I gotta get Extremis back. Gotta make sure nobody else can get it. Gravik and them could have been having armors too, right? They could have been building armors. Maybe that's a part of Armor Wars. Like,
maybe they were selling the I guess maybe they'll do it like Gravik and them was selling the armors, even though I know this ain't going to tie to nothing. It's gonna be somebody else. Maybe it's the Power Broker again. Who knows?
Well, I think that's the real sad part about this is that I think we all know that this show is literally just an attention grabber because of the name. They're not really trying to do anything cool at all besides say we got the name recognition. Let's use it.
Can I be honest?
That is the folly of the entire phase 4 beginning of 5, I guess.
And Jason, I know you say you're not ageist, but I'm gonna be a smidge ageist real quick. This show it feels like it was built for like CBS, the CBS lineup Saturday night that my dad used to watch. Got enough action, but
CSI
it's just like, I enjoy it, but it's like, you like your medicine Quinn, Dr. Quinn medicine woman. Here and there, your Walker Texas Ranger, he doing spin kicks and tight jeans with the cowboy hat. He shoot a couple of people, and it's not bad, but it's not good. It's not overly memorable because like,
I'm gonna throw this.
It's not the lifestyle we've been accustomed to.
Yeah.
This probably be great for my dad. He'd probably be like, oh wow, yeah, because he don't really watch sci-fi, but if this was on CBS, he would have watched it.
Because it's their fault for connecting everything the way they have done. So now we're accustomed to because I don't believe that there is any way that this clip of him killing Maria Hill goes out and Nick does not get a call from at least Falcon or even the Winter Soldier because of how closely both of them worked, at least for a certain period of time, being like, what is going on? Or at least them showing up being like, what is going on? Nick killed Maria? What is this?
Hawkeye. Hawkeye's a shield agent. He was
just like, we don't care about none of you. Like, y'all go. Like, I'm Hawkeye. Like, I'm out of here.
Which goes to the whole budget thing of Even Sonya's like, yo, why don't you, call some of your friends? You know what I'm saying? Call some of your peoples. He's like, I've got to do this
No.
myself. No, Bob Iger is telling you got to do this yourself.
I'm about to say, it's such a trumped up speech he just gave. Talk about, well, we can't keep letting these superheroes. Blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, you're the one
you're
that
the
started
same
this.
man that said that these are the people that got to fight the battles we can't.
He literally started the Avengers.
And here's the thing. So when we get to the Marvels, you're not letting superheroes solve no problems no more? Because that's a lie.
Oh, that's easy because the Marvels has nothing to do with this, and he's gonna be right back in the saddle in his command, and we're gonna pretend this don't even happen.
Which is another thing that hurts because it's like we know none of this. I think that's why Phase 4 has hurt, and a lot of these newer parts of Phase 5 are hurting because people are like, this stuff doesn't matter.
Like Ant-Man didn't matter. We don't know where that's gonna go depending
on what Ant-Man definitely
strike,
should come back to bite him because even he says like, shit, is everything okay? Is it okay? Like once again, like I said, it will only take maybe a half day of shooting. You could have shot this on a cell phone. There's no way that Ant-Man doesn't call somebody and be like, yo, look, we just went to the Chrono Realm. There's some dude down there. He's crazy. He almost got out, but I think there's more of them. And there's no way. There's no way these people don't ever talk.
Well,
ever talk.
What's really strange to me is again, like we have the alley-oops and they don't even use them, right? So like Shang-Chi has the 10 ring, the 9 ring. What is it? 10 or 9? It's 10, right?
10 rings. Yeah.
And this is sad. I'm a comic fan. I could retain this information, but for the very same fact we're talking about, because it doesn't matter, I don't be caring no more. But like, so the 10 rings, and then we have Kang with the rings that's floating around his thing. Like all those things could have been connected. Ms. Marvel has the nega bands that could have been connected to the 10 rings.
Technically, they all are, but they never will connect them. They like vaguely mention it some sudden.
I think they laid it so they can retcon it later when they feel like it.
Yeah.
Well, why are they going out of their way not to connect stuff that is so easily connected
and no idea,
their audience? It makes no sense.
Because Bob Iger fired that dude and they trying to get some things together and fix the stock price.
But that
I came back and took it.
Like there's simple stuff that like any YouTuber, like okay, across the Spider-Verse, they had some teenager.
He's supposed to be the dude that's keep making this cohesive. You know what I'm saying? So what's the deal? What's really
it's across the Spider-Verse. They had a teenager animate one scene. You can't tell me there ain't a you can't tell me one of these actors' son can't film a quick scene of them on the phone, quote, talking to someone else, and then someone else's actor's daughter filmed them on the phone talking back to them, and then just send it to Disney, let their editors handle it. Bruh, it's a literal wide open layup. There's no way.
On Bob Iger, you know, we talk about how Talos looking slow. Bob Iger is stressed the hell out because they really need to sell. They don't know if they need
and
to
they paying him $27 million a year.
They got to sell ESPN. They talking about selling ABC and they TV shows. He ain't really thinking good right now. He's like, we got to burn a lot of stuff. Because a lot of stuff ain't working.
This. The funny thing about people wanting to cut costs, they never cut the most expensive things. You notice that, right?
CEOs, but of course not, because they got to make the 20 million. You know, shout out to Zaslav, just idiot. But yeah, Bob Iger, he's stressed out right now. I mean, he can retire and be fine.
He like money making Mitch with that cigarette.
But his ego probably won't let him feel good because he's been the beloved CEO that brought them back from their other hellacious time when their animation was going down, and he helmed it for so long, and now he's back. He can't help himself, so he's not feeling good.
All right, but I get that. I feel that, but again, Bob Iger is a bureaucrat, is a money person, right? Yeah. I'm talking about Kevin Feige, who's supposed to be part of the creative process, who's supposed to be the boss of this whole thing.
Yep.
When your bigger boss is on your tap,
all this stuff happened before Bob Iger came back. All this stuff supposedly was filmed and made.
All this stuff was written and filmed before then.
Well, exactly. So
It's going to
So
show up in the
Bob
next few
Iger is
games.
not necessarily a factor. What I'm saying is, why does
Maybe so.
Secret Invasion get 6 episodes and She-Hulk gets 9 episodes?
I'll be fair.
A whole worldwide invasion gets 3 less episodes.
I'll be fair.
You could have cut half of She-Hulk, took that money, and put Hawkeye in a scene where he said, "Yo, Fury, what up, dog? How come?"
As much as I do like She-Hulk, I only need to cut her. I could have dealt without Moon Knight. Could have just gave Moon Knight.
Oh yeah, Moon Knight. We could have cut that whole show.
Secret Invasion. Like
Moon Knight could have been like what they should have did. They're so dumb. What they should have did was Blade, Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night. Doctor Strange goes on a holiday or whatever. Like the specials. That's where you put the Midnight Suns, morons. But
wow,
you gotta.
I mean, Werewolf by Night was one shining example from Phase 4. I mean, they didn't learn nothing from that, but
they didn't learn nothing.
We may not even get the way Bob Iger's go. We may not even get any more specials. That might be like, he tried to do this.
I know, but here's the thing. That's a reaction to none of this stuff having the impact that they keep acting like it does. And that's what I'm saying. Again, why does Daredevil have 19 episodes?
Bruh.
At this point, I don't know.
Here's
why
okay.
Have any episodes?
Look, people gonna be mad when I say this, but let's go on and keep it real. The new Daredevil is not gonna be as good as the one on Netflix.
I mean, it won't be R-rated and it won't be as bloody or wild. So
pure flawlessness. I started watching season 1 again. There is not a bad episode, yo.
Not at all.
There's not a wasted piece of film in
and
that
everything connect and build up. It was like
and the slow build of Kingpin, the whole like don't say his name thing, and then to the moment when he slams that dude's head in the car door, like bruh,
Daredevil
like this guy is serious.
Hero stripes. He earned all of that.
Yeah.
All to the last punch of the series.
So again, they don't know if Daredevil is gonna hit, especially yellow costume Daredevil. That's supposed to be more funny, I guess, or whatever. But my point is,
it's
low
horrible.
Budget. It's gonna be low budget. So my point is, why is there 19 episodes of it? Again, misallocation of the funds is what I'm talking about. Because in order to Secret Invasion seems bigger than a couple of these shows.
It should be bigger.
It should be.
Right.
And you look at the comic, you look at how the story was laid out in the comics. There were huge story-wide implications. Here it seems like
they did a retcon.
It seems like it's like done in a weekend kind of thing. It seems like
I told you, it feels like a CBS show with a couple of guns, and they only show like a couple.
They got more black people.
They got 4 black people, 4 black leads.
They got in the TV.
It's just, and I'm happy to see our 4 black people doing good, I guess. But it's
they have nothing to work with.
But it's like they do got y'all. When Jason and me are agreeing and going the same direction,
it's not good.
It's not good. It's never good.
The prophecy has been fulfilled.
Because I'm being soft on it, but I can't say that the thread feel like it's worn on the tires. Like it feels dusty. It feels a little dusty. It feels a little CBS.
I'm thinking that Secret Invasion should have been the culmination of the Marvel TV, like how Endgame is the culmination of phases 1 through 3.
Bruh.
Secret Invasion could have been the culmination of the television.
Say something even crazier. Shout out to Jeffrey K. Lyles again. We kind of mentioned it. We was talking. As much as I got frustrated with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I think some of the seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. brought me more excitement than this. And that is
the Ghost Rider LMD season of S.H.I.E.L.D. is better than this.
I'm talking about like Daisy and the Inhumans one.
Ooh,
when she met her mom.
When
she met her mama.
That season. I don't know. I mean, maybe.
I still remember that the Trip when Trip was a lead before they killed Trip.
I'm still mad that they had. I'm still mad that the brother that played Mac hasn't gotten any serious roles anywhere else. A brother that big that muscular, you know what I'm saying, that good at acting. should
Mac
be a
and his
leading man.
ex was more
He
exciting at
could have been,
times.
could have been Mr. Terrific, but they wanted to cast Darwin.
Oh God, don't look. All right, so
Hey, I'm not mad at Darn getting it, bro.
I ain't
He
gonna.
need
Why,
something.
you know?
Darwin is cool,
I ain't mad at
but
Darn,
he's not
man.
Mr. Terrific. They always
never-
want to undercut.
Never seen that dude in nothing that makes him Mr. Terrific.
Hey
I tell you.
man, let's just keep it a buck. From I'm trying not to curse, but from the character we got on that Arrow show, Darwin is an
man.
improvement. That dude didn't
Man.
even have a tap of. How he gonna be a world athletic, whatever Olympian, and he can't even do the sandbar thing? He got a
Homie was a
gut.
sucker, man.
He
Like,
got a gut.
dang, he was a sucker.
Arrow is a Arrow. The entire show of Arrow is a bastard in general, so it makes sense. That
But
thing
I'll
was-
at least say Arrow's first 2 seasons were
oh
entertaining.
yeah.
First two
Arrow season 2, especially my
up to
favorite.
Deathstroke was great.
Arrow was the Deathstroke season and the Ra's al Ghul season. I'll give
After
Arrow.
that, trash.
Mm,
I
the
never finished.
sadness.
I got in on season 2 and season 3. After that, I can't watch anymore. But like, it's better than Secret Invasion.
All I'm saying is he wasn't smarter than Felicity Smoke, and
Yeah,
he
dude
looked like
dude was nobody.
he looked like he ain't have no 6-pack up here trying to do something. I'm like, bruh,
Man,
know, I don't
my
even
God,
care
he
about-
looks so corny. Why do you always got to do that to the brothers? All right, look. Okay, I'm gonna bring this back on something that Keith said. Keith
I ain't had a
said that Sam is doing A+ work with a C- script.
Ooh, it ain't even C-.
I'm being nice, man. I'm being nice, man. I'm trying to get around it.
Nice. That episode with the submarine was like doo doo.
Mm.
Bruh, CBS Saturday Night, dog.
Ooh, that really
He said
was.
CBS
You're
Saturday
right.
Night.
That was an episode of NCIS. NCIS Pomona. Like,
Oh
that,
man, not Pomona though.
At least it wasn't New Orleans with the terrible accents.
Oh, man.
With the
Dang.
with the Alabama accents in New Orleans. Okay.
I'm mad. I'm
You
upset
know
with-
how Hollywood do. Hollywood be like the South is like just one like. The
Why they
same.
from Alabama and North Mississippi?
It's like, look, it's the South. Okay, for anyone who isn't from the South. All right, so the South, you have like Virginia and the Carolinas. You got Georgia. You got Tennessee. You got Kentucky. But then you also got Alabama. You got Mississippi. You got Texas. You got Louisiana. You got Florida is their own thing. Like you,
Right.
like there are different kind of
Sure.
sections of the South.
Mike, South Louisiana from Lafayette to New Orleans and Baton Rouge are 3 separate things. I promise you.
Yeah.
They
So yeah, even in that,
our languages are.
And here's the issue: they always want to set it in New Orleans, but they don't never had nobody in New Orleans in the show. It's
Never.
like it's the French Quarter, but everybody got a New York accent.
Hey, yo, son. Like, what?
yo, son,
like-
give me the math, son.
But they can't resist doing like the gangster episode where the New Orleans gangsters come talk to them. So they can't resist doing that corny crap. So then they come on there and they all New York gangsters, you know, or it'd be like,
Hey, yo.
Or to like cover themselves, they'll be like, these are gangsters that came from up north. Like they try to like say, because they're like, all right, they can't do the accent, so we'll just say they came from like, you know, either like Boston or New York or Philly, somewhere where we don't have to worry about any kind of accent.
right.
Like,
right.
Y'all can't even give us a half of a Yat accent, a half of a Uptown New Orleans accent. You can't
And
give
the sad part is,
a Baton
sad
Rouge
part-
accent.
the sad part is there are a ton of actors in New Orleans that would take the work, and there's also a ton of New Orleans people who would coach them, right? Like there's a lot of actors who get into acting in New Orleans by being like voice coaches for our dialect.
If
So
The Wire can do it, I know you can find somebody from New Orleans. Sorry, that was a quick rabbit hole, but I just
Nah,
when you
it's
go in that
understandable.
when you go in that CBS Saturday night and the million of NCIS New Orleans, I 5 minutes. I turned it. I was like, I ain't watching this. Oh boy, it was the bald, it was the cat, always balding dude from Fast and Furious was starring in it. I don't hate him. I'm like, why is he here?
Oh,
Come
that's
on, bro,
cold.
get him out
All
of
right,
here. He's
so
over the highest.
because we coming up on time, so I'm gonna circle around. I'm gonna throw it to Coop real quick. All right, Coop, hit me with some final thoughts. How you feeling before this finale? What do you want to see? And then, of course, let the people know where they can find you.
Thoughts after talking with the homie again, Jeffrey K. Lyles. I tried to I really tried to delude myself, folks. Like, I'm not mad at this show, but my final thoughts, it feels too small to be called Secret Invasion when the best Marvel cartoon, Earth's Mightiest, did this to a 9.5 to a T that matched the
Yeah,
comic
Earth's
book. I
Mightiest was on
read
point.
the comic book. All right, Jack Kirby would have been smiling watching that. And he was even based on kind of the Jack Kirby designs a little bit.
He ain't getting no money from it, but go ahead.
I know, but
Oh, of course
hey
not.
man, I'm just saying. I'm just put it out there. I know Jason got to do what he got to do, but I love that's the one. If you want to watch Secret Invasion, I ain't saying don't enjoy this. Am I always gonna root for Samuel Jackson? Am I gonna support the brother? Absolutely. He ain't getting no younger. He might as well do it. So I'm going to watch his roles. I'm going to watch him do it. But I think we're wasting some of Ben how you say his name, Kinladeer's talent. I think he is very talented. It's always a good time to see Don Cheadle, even if he's being the bad guy. Miss Varra, give Miss Varra some roles outside of Marvel. I don't care. Get her on CBS. CBS, come holler at her.
Oh snap!
You
Yo, you know
I
what?
don't care.
She do well on CBS because the older brothers be like, what?
Man, look,
All right now.
I'm gonna keep it.
What you do
Suki
there?
now, bruh. That hand touch. That's the
Yo,
best scene of the whole
when she did that hand touch, I was like,
series.
oh, that's real
The
right there.
hand touch.
That's real. She
Acting
that's
with
real.
the hands. She do it with the hands. But I don't know what I want to see. I just want it to kind of like, even with bullet holes in the plane, just don't blow up the plane. Clearly Nick survives because he's in the Marvels. I don't know how it's going to connect or if they try to connect. I want to see Skrull really get shot in the head. Just get this out the way. And maybe we just never do the Skrulls ever again. Because it makes zero sense for the Skrulls to want to turn on Gravik. Even if it was like one. If it was just Pagan. This boy got all the super whatever scrollness on him, and they gonna be like,
Yeah.
we're gonna do this. What is the point of this army?
Which he also did not utilize except like one piece because of budget.
It made no sense for that many people to turn on Gravik when they literally supposed to be following him through faith, and he's this. Something Jason said. I would have liked to see in a flashback, an episode or two of him like punking Talos and see how he took over this army or his people, how this broke down. That would have been nice to see a little bit more of that. Like I say, 6 episodes, and then you just have that. This was Whiplash. Some enjoyable Whiplash. Again, Varra is my MVP of this series. Emma Clark, I mean, she's clearly collecting a check.
She's clearly never ever gonna be in any Skrull makeup. So she made sure of that.
Nobody's in Skrull makeup.
Like,
but
look, but it's very clear. It's very clear that like she's definitely never going to be in Skrull makeup. Like, it's very clear that. Look,
she was in it for like 5 minutes, if that was her. That probably was the body double.
You need to just, if they ain't going to do the role, stop signing these people. They ain't that dope in the first place.
They want the name recognition to come, bro. It is what it is. So I don't know what to expect. In fact, I'm going to turn off all expectations, and then that way it'll end, and then people can make up all this bullshit. Excuse me, and we can pull it out of our butts, and we can just make it happen. And I'm gonna laugh, and I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna make up some stuff too. I'm gonna jump in other people's. I'm gonna just start trolling people, and all these Screen Crush. Shout out to them. Shout out to Mike calling them out, and I'm gonna jump in and troll them, and I'm just gonna be like, nah. I don't
Green
even gonna
Crush
make
was
no.
trying to cast aspersions on my boy, man.
I'm not even gonna make no sense, Mike. I'm just gonna
Trying to make
start.
Nick look bad, man.
I am going to make my own script, and I'm just gonna troll people in the comments with whatever the hell we want to do, because that's what's Marvel doing right now, and it's
Yeah,
cool.
Marvel
Y'all got
just
billions to do it. Bob Iger, get that stock price right, or I'm gonna have to sell it, bruh. I ain't happy right now. Luckily I ain't got much of it, but I want to keep it. But you kind of you don't drop this bag, man. Get this bag together. I don't know what y'all gonna do with ESPN, but
I think it's
uh,
the writer's
but
strike.
writer strike. I don't know, man. I mean, get the writers their money, get the
writers
actors
and the
their money.
actors now. So
Give them
Yeah,
their money.
yeah. No, I want. I'm not saying. I'm saying get their money, but I'm saying after all that is said and done, is what I'm saying. So people are. It seems like, especially going forward, people are going to try to be withholding. People want to love Disney, obviously. So I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a flood of people they want to come back. So they want.
I mean,
We all want to get back to the place where Disney can't do no wrong. So
I mean, hey man, everybody like their toxic phase, bro. It happens.
I ain't tripping. I'm a realist. That's all I'm saying. I ain't judging.
I know I'm a realist too. I'm just saying I know it. You don't take much.
I'm only secretly, not in public.
Okay. but
oh boy.
but anyway, y'all, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna wrap this up. I mean, we had fun. It was great to discuss these ideas. CBS Saturday night is probably cool. It's all right. Nobody's gonna remember this show. I can't believe this, but Falcon and the Winter Soldier is gonna have more memorable moments with Zemo than this show. And as weird as Falcon is, and much as we like to clown on Falcon, I will remember that show more than I remember this, probably, to be honest. So you can find me at www.blerd-ish.com, blerd.ish on IG, soon to be Threads. We shall see. Maybe Mark Zuckerberg will knock out Elon Musk, and maybe that'll get me to sign up eventually.
Funny thing is, I don't even know what that beef's about, but I know whatever.
Two rich white men with too much money and time on their hands, and Zuckerberg stunting on them. But anyway, I'm fool for not keeping that damn stock. That stock went from $88 to $300. Anyway,
what Meta?
Yes.
Yeah, I messed up.
I am an idiot, but Zuckerberg was in front of the courts, man. So man, I had to.
You know what else went crazy? Nvidia.
Oh, I got Nvidia, and I am never tossing Nvidia away. Just know
I sold it at 380.
Oh no, you sold Nvidia? Don't get Nvidia back, and don't you ever sell it.
It's like
don't ever sell it, bro. They picks it when it comes. We got everything takes chips. They are like the top 5 chip maker, if not the chip maker or chip designer. And then Taiwan Semiconductor or the chip manufacturer.
I outsmarted myself. I was trying to be.
Bruh, I sold Meta. It's okay. I messed up because that boy was going to court. I was like, oh, forget him.
Oh, you was like, oh, he going to court. It's
I'm like, bruh, it flamed out to $88. My portfolio was on fire, but it's back a little bit. But anyway, also Keith Cooper on Facebook. Blerdish on Facebook page, and again, catch us at the Mid City Microcon, August 5th, 6, East Baton Rouge Parish Library, Goodwood on Main. Check us out. Everybody be around. And even though I mess with Jason, he will be represented at the Blerdish table, and where I will be representing several wonderful creators, and even selling Milton Davis while he in the room. Look, me and Jason, he was selling his books. I'll sell his books in the other side of the room. We both making money. Come holler at us.
It's all about, man. You know what I'm saying?
Black
dollars.
Get them good black comics.
Send them over. I sign them. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'm gonna throw it to Mr. Reeves. Final thoughts. How you feeling? And where can they find you?
So, I feel like Secret Invasion is the living embodiment of my quote there, where Marvel tries to outsmart us instead of just doing the obvious thing, right? Like I did not there's a lot of things that I didn't like, and they kind of overpower the stuff that I was cool with. And I can't really say that there's anything I necessarily like. Well, I do like the idea of getting a hold of Extremis and using it, because Extremis is pretty cool is a cool power,
especially now that it's been stabilized by Tony.
Right, and I feel like more people should have been using it, but so for a villain to get it, that's actually not a bad idea. But I mean, they're barely using it because of budget constraints, so whatever. What I really didn't like in episode like 2, they went out of their way to nullify Fury's legacy, in the sense of saying basically Talos and the gang made you what you were, bro. Don't act like you was doing nothing. You'd have been a middle management, low level geek if it wasn't for us. And it don't help that in the Captain Marvel movie, if you go back, it kind of that conversation makes that even worse. Like the idea that Fury was just some guy, and then space happened, and now he's, and aliens happened, and he became the Nick Fury we all know and used to love. So that really hurt me. What I did love was the Rhodey versus Fury conversation. Two black men going at each other and really like saying, yo, like, just because we black don't necessarily mean we gonna agree. And I got my thing, you trying to do your thing, but let me tell you, I'm the big dog in the room. And kind of that dichotomy, that going back and forth, was awesome, because I kind of agree with Evil Rhodey, right? Like, you gonna try to come tell everybody what to do, but you ain't really get up. And
you agree with Evil Rhodey on that one? Man,
he's a Skrull. He's a Skrull.
I'm with Evil Rhodey on that, and I was with even more when I thought it was actual Rhodey, but they nullified it, because that's what Marvel does every time. They nullify all the good stuff and amplify the goofy stuff.
I mean, they do have the great nullifier. Shout out to Fantastic Four. They do have the nullifier, that thing that they create. I know.
It's a sad place in the whole sad deuce edge machina. So this show is hard for me, and what's really hard for me to say is that no hands Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I agree with Keith.
Man, two agreements between us.
I do agree that show had better moments than Secret Invasion.
They opened up with a cool air fight,
Falcon
aerial scene and stuff.
Cannot fight. Lives Matter speeches. Was more exciting.
Oh, this man gave us that whole "We Are the World" Rainbow
with
Coalition
that
speech.
Extra white head patch back there that don't work in reality.
Now hold on. They were actually trying to be accurate. Now at the same time, everything doesn't work, but they actually tried to tried to give you what was done on
keyword tried. But when you put that sucker on and look at the back of Anthony Mackie's head at the top of it, like fix that. Open up that back of that white collar.
He was sure working that little propane tank on that he called a jetpack. But so anyway, I guess what I'm saying is, if we go in, 10 the highest, from 0 to 10, I'm gonna have to give it a 3.
Damn.
Like a 3. I'm gonna give it a 4 because they got 4 black people in it, and I like black people.
All right, that's word.
Give it a 5 for that extra point of that hand touch. Shot to Varra. But anyway, I don't know. I don't have no answers.
I will say I looked up the name of Varra in real life. Charlene Woodard is an amazing actress. Give her flowers.
Give it to her, man.
She's been in pretty much everything, for 50 years. And she
Did you say Charlene Woodard? Is she kin to Alfred Woodard?
I don't know.
Hold up, is she? Yeah.
All right, well that means if not, still 2 dope people with the name,
Yeah. But anyway, sorry. Where can they find you? Where can they find you?
they can find me at 133art.com, or you could find me on various social media as at 133art Publishing or at 133art. And speaking of 133art.com, for the next few days until the end of July, we are having a 50% off site-wide sale. So if y'all need to get something, and now's the time. So y'all need to hit up the site. The code is July 50.
Yeah, hit them up because in August when you see me, it's full price, baby.
No,
you better get that discount.
Get that 50% off. I'm gonna go and hit that site up. Give me a little some.
Nerdist don't give no discounts, man. You earn them.
He said you gotta earn.
I don't be doing the sales often, but when I do them, it's our summer sale, and I'm doing it because summer is my favorite time of year. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, go ahead on. And July is my month because Comic-Con be in July, and my sister's birthday in July. It's a trip. So anyway, line-wide sale. The coupon code is July 50, and hit us up, get some books, pay my rent a little bit. Let's go.
Quick side note. Can I ask Jason a quick question? Quick question, Mr. Comic Book Man. How do you feel about San Diego Comic-Con with the big dogs pulling out? I know that's hopefully ain't a heavy question.
It's not heavy. The big dogs pulling out is kind of either way with me. Like, I hear people saying, well, now it's going to go back to the way it was, before. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that train has already left the station because there's still productions there. It's not like they don't have a presence per se. They just don't have any actors or writers there, right? And as I understand it, they're not allowed to promote for the studios, but the studios have a presence. They might not be in Hall H, but there's some panels that are showing up, because studios be spiteful, I guess. I don't know.
And what's funny? I would just let it be. I was reading on, I think it was Polygon. It was like saying who's in and out. They was like, HBO is out, but Max is in. I'm like, it's the same company, God damn it.
Exactly.
But, sure, okay. The different business segments are not coming in, but not all of them. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's going to be vastly or drastically different from what it always is. Also, them tickets were sold, months ago. So there's still going to be, 120,000 people out there. They're going to have something for them to do. You know what I'm saying? I hope that my comics folk get more eyes on them now that people are not in line all day to get a glimpse of whatever movie's coming out. But I'm sure some stuff will fill the space, will fill the vacuum. And I'm not sure that it'll give comics that big a boost, if that makes any sense.
I agree with you.
I hope for the best, but
I'm a realist.
I can't really say it.
People are like the Cap. Oh, it's gonna make it better. Go spend money. I don't want to buy a book. I don't want to read. I want to dance around and take.
I'm about to say they got plenty of shows with no Hollywood presence that don't know about to spend no money. So
that's all I wanted to ask. I just I read that narrative. I'm like, well, once you people go prove it. If you want, if y'all act like it's dying, or like, is it gonna go the way of E3? I'm like, somebody thank you to the person who said San Diego Comic Con is never gonna go the way of E3. That is not possible.
Yeah, it's a very different type of event. So I don't know.
E3 can be done on YouTube.
So what tanked E3?
Can I explain? I'll explain this real quick for you.
Out, right?
You know what tanked E3? The internet. Simply put, Nintendo, when the big dogs pull out of a video game con, there is no need to have it. Also, because that's it. There's nothing else. No matter who they got, because it ain't like the same type of.
Well, also because E3 doesn't probably assist or foster enough indie devs
No, they do not.
to, because there's some indie games that are hot, but I mean,
that three broad statements that has killed E3. Nintendo said F y'all because we got Nintendo Direct and they've been hot. Ever since they did Nintendo Direct, it's just like the visual embodiment of Nintendo Power. If anybody been a kid and you remember how Nintendo Power make you feel, that's what Nintendo Directs do for free. And you can see that all across the world instantly. So, 2, the dude from Summer Games, and he really put the nail in the heart when he invented Summer Games Fest in 2020 during the pandemic from his apartment. And now he got a whole production out here and is loved because he give love, like Mike say, to indie creators, to indie developers, and can make them get the shine that they need. 3, the internet again. I literally watch a channel called Best Indie Games. This man can do his own Summer Fest for games you would never hear of by big publications and will go deep into it. There are a million YouTubers who do this every single day for games or niches, things that they love that I can get accessible to me for free. And pretty much for I know I said 3. It was one thing that just was real easy. But basically, all the big dogs pull out Nintendo, Summerfest, and just competition easy. They have no moat. They have no moat against to protect themselves. Oh, and another one. Last thing, PAX. PAX can do it all. PAX give love again, like Summerfest. They got PAX East and West.
Samson, 50% off.
That's right.
This month.
Yes,
get PAX Samson. But PAX East and West, and they even used to have PAX South. I'm mad that they don't have PAX South.
And you know what? Since the way games are sold, they can't even really do the EA convention exclusive kind of thing. Because they don't really move toys or figures in that way. I mean, they do and they can, but it's not in the way it's like San Diego.
Yeah, you go party at San Diego. Yeah, anytime.
I mean, you can get hands-on with games, but it's not like the.
But E3 people wouldn't. But with everything E3 do good, PAX does it twice a year or 3 times, as many times they want, and do the same thing in a more intimate setting for cheaper, probably.
E3 open to the public, talking about it?
It did, but it got high. But it was Los Angeles.
It got expensive.
I always had an idea that you couldn't, a regular person couldn't go to E3. I think
when it first started, it was kind of like that, but then it opened.
Yeah, when it first started, it was mad exclusionary.
And kind of like how the consumer electronics game, where the CES, I think it still goes, the consumer electronics show was all industry, but I think they opened it up over, in time, hey, come watch us do this. And they made it a show. So, but yeah, it ate itself and it did not adapt, which is crazy that it's a video game thing and they did not think to add a internet component to it. Add a YouTube thing, market yourself, do what you say you're gonna do.
And I mean, E3 could be popping right now because you literally have Street Fighter 6 just dropping. You got Tekken 8. I'm pretty sure Tekken 8 is dropping by Christmas this year. And Mortal Kombat will be here in September. So those are 3 huge named properties.
Never coming back. That boy Jeff Keighley stole that thunder. He is Mr. E3 right now at PAX. And Nintendo is Nintendo.
Yeah.
You can't get around them 3.
Dang. Well, let me go and drop my final thoughts. It was nice to see Nick Fury pull the Eddie Murphy move, you know what I'm saying? Straight going white and going straight through security, I guess that was cool. The Secret Invasion, it's okay. I don't want to harp on, because don't get me wrong, I know when things get adapted, they have to change. But we always hope that they change for the better. When Secret Invasion happened in the comics or even in the animated series, there were huge moments that made you say, "Oh man, hold up. How long have they been a Skrull? When did they turn? Or is that person still alive?" Like all these types of questions. And in this show, it just doesn't feel like it's a big deal that there are Skrulls.
Like
It doesn't feel like anyone's really tripping over it. Like even when they released the news to the public of that the alien, like, oh, there were eyewitnesses on scene. You don't see like the panic or the people being like, yo, what's going, like, it just seems like, yeah, aliens, whatever. I mean, but maybe after the Battle of New York and after a big old hand came out the ocean, maybe people just like, hey, look, it's crazy.
Like,
You
this
know
is
what
how
I mean?
you know when it's bad, bro. One of my favorite pods down this to shout out to the homie Van from Bad Rouge. They were trying. They were reviewing it. I go to look on Spotify. They talking about a toy draft and Barbie or whatever, and not even mentioning episode 5. Yeah, it's the trend is bad. the milk is going
The
bad.
milk's gone bad. Yo, man.
Van ain't talking about it. Van wanted to like it and love it, but his co-hosts, they were like,
Nick
get this shit
Fury
out of here.
deserves better.
He does.
Samuel Jackson, Kevin Feige, y'all should have hollered at me. I have been an action junkie, an action fan for years. My mind was blown when I saw Terminator 2, and ever since then, I have been consuming action films, sci-fi action, fantasy action, whatever. If there's an explosion or a fight scene, I'm trying to see it. I could have crafted this for y'all. I could have gave you the keys. Look, it's like Mo Better Blues. They say when in the argument between Wesley and Denzel, he said if you play the stuff they like, people would come. As simple as that. Play the hits. People want to see Nick look like he's down bad, but then turn around and then wreck shop. And you didn't do that. People want to see other heroes being like, oh my God, hold up. My best friend or this person wasn't real, or someone get killed by someone, like the whole Hank Pym and Mr. Fantastic situation, where like he like stretched them out like super far and exploded them or whatever, and we were like, oh snap, hold up, how long has Ant-Man been fake? Or I mean, well, I guess not fake, but you know what I mean. Like those moments aren't there, man. Stop using name recognition.
I don't even watch
like
this on my 4K TV.
Name recognition, man.
I watched this on my cell phone during work. Just I didn't even wait till I got home. I was like, I'm gonna watch it on my thing. I am more excited to play the new Weird Double Dragon game that's coming out next week than to I'm not even gonna get my excitement up for episode 6. I'm just gonna let it wash over me. Just like the Flash, like it's just gonna happen. It's just gonna
I still ain't seen the Flash. I'm good.
I'm gonna watch it I'm gonna watch it now that I can. Now I ain't gotta watch the bootleg copy.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good actually.
All right, okay. That's one person saying he likes it.
Mark like it. But
I do have HBO Max, so I guess when Max roll through, I'll peep it out.
I just wasn't cutting in no money.
I was very interested to see how they would cap off whatever the DCEU deal, and I thought they did an admirable job. As far as action movies go, it was a pretty damn good action movie. And listen, man, Michael Keaton went off.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is shout out to My Adventures with Superman. We talk about it on Anime-ish. That's my DC thing right now.
Yo, that is some hot.
It's a little cutesy sometimes for my taste, but I think they're starting out really well. I like that too.
Bruh, 3 for 3. Oh my God.
3, man.
This
look.
is how y'all know.
Yo, man, it's gonna be. Yo,
this
man,
is how you know Fury's in trouble. 3 for 3. Me and Jason.
We all need to go play the lottery right now. You know what I'm saying? Go play that lotto real quick. Get that money up.
Good Lord.
900 million. What?
Oh boy. So I don't know. Secret Invasion. I agree.
Over.
It should have been all of phase 4. It could have been huge. These weird statements about why he doesn't want heroes there literally scream, CEO saying we ain't want to spend that money. it just makes no sense, and
Listen,
it makes no sense. You have to follow your own rules, and that's
I
it hurts because Nick deserves better than this.
does. So does what's my girl Kobe Smulders, man.
Yeah.
Like they did my girl dirty episode 1.
Just dropped off like a bag of trash.
To coin a phrase, I think Marvel need to scrap whatever shows they got going right now and go back to formula. You know what I'm saying? Back to formula.
They need to definitely get back in the lab and start cooking again. They need to regroup. You know what I'm saying? And they need to get back to cooking again, man. Anyway, look, everybody.
You have to spend money on this stuff, yo. Like you can't do this kind of storytelling and then be like, we ain't got the budget. You started out, you know what I'm saying, with a certain kind of budget. You need to go ahead on and ride that out. Cut something else.
Thank you.
This is why my otaku abilities are growing. I'm just gonna be watching anime because I don't know, bro.
Look, hey, don't act like anime
We-
don't be cutting costs, boy. Because
Cut
look,
costs,
but
we in a
at least
golden
they'll-
age of anime right now.
at least
Yeah,
they make
true.
it exciting. They make it exciting.
Yes,
even
they
with
do.
the cuss.
it's
you
just
know.
when I got love for anime, but there'd be some moments where I'd be like people in the background just like
Hey
straight
man,
wooden
when you ain't-
sticks.
they don't need no eyes or mouth. Okay,
They cutting
Skrulls.
costs too.
But what about when they need to deliver on the story though? They don't skimp.
Oh yeah, they don't skip
they
on
don't
the
skip
story.
on the
They don't
writing.
skip on that.
Even in the cheapest anime, you ain't gonna see somebody sitting on the floor in the grass banging on a window for a whole episode. You're not gonna see that.
Bruh.
At least they gonna
Bruh.
talk. At least they gonna
I
have
was
some
like,
dialogue. They ain't gonna
what
move.
is he bank like, bruh? Y'all got a gun.
Where are the action
Back to what-
choreographers?
what are you
Where
doing?
are the action choreographers in this show, yo? Like, where is Wu Ping them, yo? Cause these
They
dudes
on
ain't-
strike right now. Oh, no.
Man, like y'all, man, look, we
Shout
out.
out
We
to
out.
Warrior.
Look,
Shout out to Warrior, man. Shout out to
yeah,
Warrior.
like Warriors incredible. So anyway, look, we out, y'all. NERD SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Disney, man, get your fam together, man. Kevin, what are you doing? Kevin Feige, look, hey, and matter of fact, Kevin Feige, you getting a whole lot of grace, because honestly, the last couple years, you out here, they should be doing you like Kathleen, like they do Kathleen Kennedy, all right? Because let's be for real, all right? Because look, there have not been hits. Now I'm just saying. Now I know
Kevin
people will be
Feige
like, you
starting to
wrong,
slip
bro.
like
Kevin Feige, I'll be like, yeah, but
he's slipping like Eminem. Like them
Yo.
Eminem. I don't like Eminem, but I know he used to rap good. But man, them last CDs been garbage. I don't care about if you any of you Eminem fans can come after me.
look,
Mark will be happy to
feel
talk
feel
to you
free.
all day about
Eminem
it.
been overrated since he came out.
Correct.
Thank
5
you.
years, his
He been
last 5
overrated
years.
since he came
What
out.
you'll say you are correct.
Dude done Italian stallion the whole rap game, and and got people thinking he's somebody special.
I'm saying
Overrated. Where we all agree. When all 3 black men are agreeing on something,
Look,
just know that you wrong and you need to listen.
I'm not saying he's whack because people will be like, look at the skills. I'm not saying he's whack.
He's just being
I'm
whack
saying
for
he's
a while.
overrated. I'm saying y'all trying to say this man, is a 10, and I'm like, yeah, he's about a 6.5.
I ain't never liked him.
I'll
He's
put
above,
him-
he is above average,
Yeah.
but let's not get excited. You know
and
what I'm saying?
I would even give the man a 7. But listen, he is not like y'all putting him over straight up goats, and that is that's disrespectful. Like to say that Eminem is the greatest rapper in the game, like overall for all time, and that's
Come
what
on, man. You know WS had to hit the hip hop culture sooner or
look
later.
here, man.
Bro.
He
If-
won a rap battle against No Hands Falcon. That's why he great. See? I had to tie it in.
He be going, they be like he the best, but I'm like, have anybody that say Eminem the best ever listened to a whole album with no skips? Like, and I ain't saying that's necessarily the metric, but what I'm saying is there's no Eminem album that I've listened to. There's only one Eminem album that I'd ever listened to all the way through, is what I'm saying. Maybe that's me, But Eminem don't really make good albums, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying.
He makes great cameos. I can't.
Right.
Don't
And
worry about
he
his
got
album.
skills. He made great cameos. And that's kind of it.
If he didn't have Dr. Dre, we would know.
Don't nobody ever say like, "Yo, that one Eminem album. That's one of my top
That's the
10
classic
favorite
one.
albums." Yeah, that's a classic. Eminem don't have an Illmatic.
Nah.
But maybe
You
for
know,
the Mountain
He
Dew
don't have a
ball
Illmatic.
punchers.
He don't have a Muddy Waters. He doesn't have a Takal. He doesn't have a Blackout. He doesn't have a Reasonable Doubt. He don't have
He ain't
none
got
of
a
those.
Paid in Full.
don't have a
He ain't got
blueprint
that.
or nothing. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at me, Eminem fans. Tell me what is Eminem's Illmatic? Prove it.
You're gonna be like, it's the Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, until the next episode where Nick
CBS
Fury,
Saturday night.
until the next episode where they probably undercut Nick Fury some more. This is from us to you saying, peace.
We cutting y'all like spades. Y'all stuff is garbage in your taste.
Oh.
Mm-mm.